How's it going?
Under there's a hard copy of your income statement.
Message, you guys support me now. That's where everybody goes with it. Right up the hat, and one that you bring into the rainbow where you can sort of. It's cool.
All right, 6 o'clock, I'll call the meeting to order. Would you all please rise for the pledge of allegiance? Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Can you have the roll?
Yeah.
We can move to approving this evening's agenda.
I'll move to approve this evening's agenda.
I'll second that. Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Very good. The consent agenda. All items on the consent agenda will be passed in one council motion unless there is something we need to remove for further discussion. Motion to approve.
I'll motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second. We have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Hearing none, consent agenda is passed. Anyone for the Blackduck Forum? Okay, I don't see anyone, Christina. Mike, you're up.
I'm not even gonna stand up. I have absolutely nothing for you.
Is it ready to start? You sick of the salt yet, or?
It'd be nice if it'd quit with the 1-inch snows and just snow if it's gonna snow. That would be nice. It's the same amount of work either way. I'd rather it just dump on us. It's easier.
Everything else all right now? Lift station still bandaged?
Still holding, we're still cleaning out the west end a couple times a week, pulling pumps over there. A lot of rags over that way. But yeah, other than that, we're holding tight.
Okay. Any questions for Mike? Wow, that seems awful easy.
Well, there's still the end.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Like a
We'll-
before.
Yeah, we'll wait and see how the rest of this goes. Shonda,
Yeah, I don't, like Mike, I don't have a lot for you guys. Income statement is satisfactory. We made all of our transfers, the 78,000 is there, and the bank account isn't broke, so that's good. From what I read on the bank statement here, we've did from what I'm reading on this, correct me if I'm wrong, is that the bond payment was also made.
It will be made tomorrow. Yes, it's in this bill batch.
It's in this bill batch, so this is in a position that we've wanted to be in for the last few years.
The cash balances.
The cash balance is, not exactly where you wanna be, but really close to where we feel, we wanna have 100 grand in there starting, for,
and it's climbing.
and
Yeah.
yeah, and we got 90, you know what I mean, so we're gonna make payroll, which is very important. So we are in a position, this has been, that's been where we've been looking for since the 2020, since the remodel, finding our feet. We have had kind of a rash of hirings, which is uplifting also, in a positive way. So hopefully to implement some, other things that will continue to grow our business, make us some more money, to be seen. Ideas that we're kicking around down there. Yeah, so up from last month, this month is a totally different beginning, looking outlook. So, any questions? Well, and we do have bingo coming up. That was something that I wanted to
Yep.
let everybody know. In February, March, and April. We've seen a lot of fish houses. You guys
No.
probably have too.
No kidding.
Uh,
It's been really, really busy. I can't tell you how many times I've seen your parking lot.
right, and talked to Carl over there, and he's had a pretty stellar. He's had a stellar December too. He
Good.
said that it's just been pretty insane.
Needed it after.
Well, yeah, we had a couple years ago, the ice was terrible and it was, the perfect storm that year for things to happen. Yeah. So that's all I really have. I mean, it's pretty good news.
Inventory.
Oh, yes, we completed inventory and we still have some, so.
It went well though.
It did, yeah, inventory went well, we had one item, and every year, it's like we have that one item that we're flummoxed a little bit about. But overall, very minuscule shortage, so that's good.
Quickly receiving yours too. Basically.
Yeah, and it's human, you take the human element out of it, I guess, but, that would be hard to do. And, yeah, no, I mean, it really went well. This year we did something different. We did the inventory without the auditor on site, and then our auditing people called me the next day, and then we did counting over the phone, which is, it worked out good, saved the city some money, but that was, yeah, my first experience with.
Just out of curiosity, did they come, when they would come up, how much of a charge was that? Is there a?
Really pinpoint what their breakdown is. I mean, their contract with us was pretty, just like one rubber stamp dollar amount. It was never broken up as to how much,
So
the liquor stores
it is odd.
inventory actually cost the city itself,
Are there
but
specific bingo dates?
Yes, I don't have the dates right in
Well,
front
that's
of me.
okay.
I don't
I
want
can- I can figure that out.
I'm down.
Okay.
We were just talking about that. I'm like, I have it written down somewhere.
But I think CLA meant to try to do this so that they could save the city some money, not having to send a staff person up here. So
So
of
they're looking out for us a little bit.
course they are.
Yeah, because he explained that it's hard to get staff to come
On
on
New Year's
first.
Day.
Yeah, right. And,
And they want to send somebody that's on the lower salary range too, but yet fully competent in being able to, be the independent.
You feel like the right questions were asked over the phone or?
yes, he was quite, yeah,
I-
I think any technical difficulty was probably on my side.
Okay,
Cause I did not realize that you can just turn it around, so I'm chatting with my face and counting at the same time. I bet he thought that was kind of hilarious, but
the camera moves.
It happens.
yeah, I
Yeah.
moved the camera around.
Yeah.
But I was kind of nervous because I didn't want to appear like I was hiding anything, and so I was trying to be as
Oh, sure.
and
Yeah.
and explaining and
At the same time.
well, and then you gotta understand that like what they pick is pretty random. So
So, hey, what was that behind your back?
well, yeah, no, it's very random. And like, so I'm holding a camera and on my hands and knees and pulling stuff out because he can't see, and then he's like, well, so then he had to pull those out to see what was behind that.
How long a call was it?
Half an hour. So, I mean,
Enough, I mean, I can see the usefulness in it, that, I mean,
and because the same thing with the auditors they did previously, they would take our count sheets and they would just pick out and they would go count themselves, right? So we didn't know if ours matched theirs or, we didn't know any of that. But I don't know ahead of time what he's gonna pick either when he did the phone call. So when he did the phone call, he would be like, for instance, hurricane, 25-ounce hurricanes. Well, I said, well, can you hang on a second? Because I'm gonna have to dig them out and then pull them out,
Yep.
So, yeah. But yeah, we counted through and then he's like, well, I have one more. And then I'm like, well, wait a minute. Vertical challenge. I'm like, let me pull them all out. Oh yeah, there's one more back there. So, but I mean, it was a good experience and I will feel less stressed about it, Next year we can do it again. It's not a problem.
Yeah, half hour's quick.
Yeah.
Overall, how long do you think your inventory typically takes you and your staff?
What do we think? Usually we get counting well by 8 and we're generally all done with the counting by 1.
That's really good.
But
that's how many people.
6. And the thing is then we do that, but then we go through and if there's a number, let's say, you're like, no, and then you go back and we research and I'm like, no, we're not taking that number. That's I know that we have more of those.
High one.
Yeah, if
That's
there's a big
usually-
high, if there's a 1 variance, like 1 part, I'm like, no.
Over one.
Well, I'm like, okay, I'll trust with that for count. But if you got 10 items and you're like, no, we need to figure it out. Some inventory items, like the beer people will send packs and it's the same product, different flavors, but they're all kind of have the same description.
Not the same UPC or something weird.
Well, it'll be in very similar packages. So, like it to car filters, oil filters, they all, all these have very similar, but they're all just a little bit different. And those cause issues, but yeah, we send everybody to count, we put it in, we research variances. So, in a perfect world, we could just take what they said but yeah, no. You research it. Anything else for me?
Did I see we hired a new cook? An additional cook?
Yep, we did. That was one of the things I was saying that we've actually hired 3 cooks in the last month.
Yeah.
So is that gonna increase the kitchen hours at all, or?
Well, we're hoping so.
Yeah.
We and we will have enough cooks. I kind of want to see how things are gonna work. Like, we have because we have different levels, we have different things, different cooking styles for everybody but we have this month, the new cook will probably start tomorrow or the next day doing some training. This individual that we hired has extensive cooking experience. To the French restaurant style. I mean, you know what I mean? Like very.
Spent a couple of bars down the cities.
Yes, and she, we were talking about dishes and she's talking about chili lime sauce and I mean things,
Really great ideas.
right, upscale things. So we're just gonna kind of check it out, take it, and then all of us are gonna brainstorm and hopefully good, inventive, new things are coming.
So,
So
Could you remind me, what are the current kitchen hours?
So we're open 11 to 8 every day, except for Sundays, and that's 11 to 7.
And, but as long as somebody's in the door by 8, they can order, or they stop
Nine.
cooking at 8?
11 to 9. Did I say 9? Did I say 8?
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
11 to 9,
Oh.
Monday through Saturday.
Yes.
Okay.
And Sundays, we're 11 to 7.
Seven.
Yeah, 11 to 7. And this last summer, generally in the summertime, we do open later on Sundays. This summer, we did not have staff to do that. So just that will help because people are coming, off the lake a little later. So try to catch some of that. We're hoping to open earlier and catch some earlier business. But yeah, that's all in the works, so I'm not gonna commit to anything right now. It's at the idea and planning stage. But yes, that's a very good question.
Okay.
We're hoping, I mean, I'm not saying that we're gonna be opening at 6 o'clock in the morning. But
Like the initial,
Coffee's not bad, by the way.
the initial hours concern is just, we need to get the kitchen staffed fully. So we can get back to where we used to be, and then we can grow,
right,
expand,
Yeah,
or
we used to open at 10.
correct. But it has also become in Q4 extremely difficult to only have one cook.
right,
It is prone, the traffic has needed like a cook and a backup, or a line cook and a prepper at the same time, and we never staffed for that in labor prior to.
right,
So
Right.
there's a change in the
Well,
model a little bit.
right, and the initial one we added on. We initially. Did personnel like it was a brand new business. And then we were like, well, we can't, our business does not yet support that kind of personnel. And the thing that we found out is that one bartender can bury one cook really, really quickly in the back. I mean, bury them.
Yep.
And 2 bartenders,
And sink the ship.
well, yeah, could. Things that happened in 2020 that really were kind of surprising is that prior to 2020, we didn't do,
There's no takeout.
no, we did maybe,
Yeah.
we did maybe like
5.
5 takeout orders
The
a
whole
week.
day.
Yeah, well, even like, I mean, there'd be weeks where nobody take the burger and chips home, they'd come and eat and drink. Well, after 2020, then takeout, and it's become a significant part of the business. When you take takeout in there, in between pushing orders back there, it gets to be, it gets to be a lot. And then people are like, why aren't you answering the phone? Because we cannot. I mean, we just literally are too busy to even answer the phone.
To that point, didn't we put something on that answering machine like?
Yeah, we gotta
to
get over
have,
Jake
like,
about.
a service or something?
Well, and I mean, they were gonna put the hours and stuff on there, but people don't wait until that kicks in anyway.
No, they don't.
They-
They don't even do it here, Max.
They hang up and
and
then
they call
immediately
again.
start calling again. Yep,
And we have 3 lines here and 2 people to answer it. If they're both busy, they'll hang up and they'll call again. They don't want to leave a message.
right, and they don't even wanna listen to the spiel.
No.
We have 2 lines.
I thought just, as a courtesy thing. if somebody
Right.
did,
It is there. You just have to.
You know, I might think a little better if I was being ignored, if some computerized voice came on and said, we're sorry, but we'll get to you.
What
Yes.
most people will do is, if they know the staff personally, is they'll start texting you.
Yes,
Are you working? Can you do something for me? I need a burger. Or can you look up a plate number for me? That's what we end up doing. Is it gets past the business model and goes straight
straight
to
to the
friend
personal.
benefit.
Yeah, they don't do that to me.
They do
The
that.
answer is always no. They know.
As a business person myself, I'll tell you that, no.
You gotta sometimes.
There are
Gotta have
times
boundaries.
of the day that I do not answer the phone.
Right.
I get it, but
Yeah, so, I mean, it's exciting, it's upbeat, it's, yeah, I mean, it's,
you don't know how many times I've received the text, hey, Max. Aren't there dog ordinances in this town? Why, yes, there are. Here's the website.
And they're a Google search away.
Right,
But, yeah, I get it. So I was just curious about that.
Yeah. Yeah, we do have something there, it's just a matter of letting it go that far for them to.
Yeah, see, I guess I'm one of those people that doesn't just hang up and start calling, yeah, I guess. I didn't think it was like a radio show, where you're trying to win a prize.
Those number calls.
right. Anything else that you guys can think of that,
I'm good, Chuck, and Ron,
okay,
thank you.
Yep.
To our library.
So before I get on to the shelving question, I just want to recap where we've been since the last meeting. GHI has finished out his original contract, and billed us for that. You saw that in the consent agenda. He is working on compiling, the additional, billings for the full flooring, the full painting, and we determined that their counters were not actually originally in the first bid. That was something that became a punch item as we worked through it. So, and also the polar flooring too was not part of his original bid. So there's some additional that's going to be coming. I still have that estimated in my my budget at this point, but basically we're at a point right now where we're waiting for the first order of furniture, and I'm waiting for those last few bills from Gustafson to really figure out how much funding is still available for the shelving. What also happened in the last 30 days was the Friends of the Library requested from KRLS the funding that they provided to them and put in a CD to grow for future use for the library. It's my understanding that the Friends of the Library will be giving that to the city for shelving. Don't know the exact number. I know that what was sent back to them from KRLS was a little over $18,000. If Friends of the Library is going to give that to the project, that was the focus of what that money was supposed to go to. I've kind of fit into my little budget, like 12 grand, assuming that's what it's going to be, but I don't have a final okay from them on that. If that is the case, and with my estimates, I think we can very easily fit in this shelving order from the library store to really hit the home run on the whole project. But I want to wait just a little bit longer. This is going to be the final quote. Again, until I get those numbers, I really don't want to, I would love to get approval on this, but Tony's still like fine tuning his numbers, and I'm just a little hesitant. I want to stay within my budget before I get you guys to approve this, but this is gonna be the final number with the shipping. And that's because there's gonna be like 2 drop ships for this. And that's where that $3,400 ended up coming through. But the cost and the extended prices will still be in the same numbers, so. We paid Pinnacle for redeveloping the logo for the library, that's done. And I sent out one more reimbursement request to the Department of Education grant for the furniture that I ordered for their desks for the circulation area. Their AV cart, and the first library store order that included the furniture and the tech furniture. So I'll wait for that to come back. Otherwise, I think we're still on track. I really think we're going to be able to fit that shelving floor in there. Has anybody been able to take a moment and go over there and see what everything was looking like? No?
I've been in.
The new door, I followed up with Clarity. That should be here probably in the next couple of weeks. And then their weather permitting, as long as it isn't a below 0 day, they'll install it on a day, hopefully, that the library's closed. So that's the one that includes the opener. Yeah. You guys got any questions on the project and its status or anything else?
Is there a plan for when all the shelving arrives, which will be lots and heavy, how to get it in from the truck to the building?
Yeah, so it'll end up on a Tommy Gate truck, just like the first order of furniture, and it'll be palleted. In my mindset, it'll be very similar to the way Shonda got her shelving when we extended the off sale. It'll be all broken down, it'll need a full assembly.
Yeah.
So it'll come in pallets, and that's gonna be a logistical craze. If it's all separated, we should have room to stage it in the children's area of the library. If it's 4 pallets or less, but I'm sure it'll probably be more than that.
But we're gonna have to have staff to get it from the back of the truck into the building.
Yep. Yep.
So.
Yeah. Yep, I've already asked Mike to help the other stuff that's coming tomorrow. They'll get it down off the truck, but we're responsible for getting it into the
Yeah,
building.
because it says lift gate, you
Yeah.
are responsible for items from the lift gate to the building.
Right. I wanna say, Shonda, when you got your shelving, did you have a pallet truck? One of the pallet movers that.
The pallet jack, yeah.
Did you get a jack from like one of the distributors?
How we get those?
How did you guys get those in?
I think we just pulled, I think we got them delivered, we just pulled them in the delivery door.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Yeah, but that's wide enough.
That's wide enough for
I'm
that.
sure the library doesn't have a pallet
They
door
don't.
size.
They don't. It's gonna be, I'm gonna have to plan something out. I just haven't figured that one far out yet.
I think actually what happened was we had your guy who was there that day that they dropped it off, so we
Use
Yeah.
theirs.
Yeah,
We were
because
able
you
to
had
use
like 3 or 4 pallets of your stuff too, right? When that shelving came in.
We had
oh god, there's more.
more than that.
More than that. Yeah,
Yeah,
because there's just one whole pallet, just the pegboard.
Yep,
yep.
and then the bases were,
The bases were
Bases
2
were-
pallet,
Yes.
yeah,
cause they were,
then we have different size pallets because our bases and
This,
everything, but
when
yes.
when we get that shelving and it gets delivered and it gets assembled, that's gonna be an all hands on deck. It's going to take a lot of volunteers to assemble and move and put in place and then relocate the books again.
I have a few day notice, I'll volunteer to also thing stuff.
That'd be great, Nick. Thank you.
what kind of shelving is it? Is it?
You've been in the Bemidji library before?
Yep,
Similar to that, except we're not having it as high. Highest ones will be 72 inches on the wall, and the rest will be 48 and 42 inches high. So it'll probably be like your low shelves in your center of your
Mhm.
floor.
okay.
Yeah.
Very balanced.
I mean, no, too.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Matthew.
You're welcome.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, it's easy to say we can do it, but you know, when the stuff comes, you're just, you know, you get really quickly overwhelmed with not expecting. You gotta unshrink wrap stuff sometimes and move it piece by piece.
Sacrifice the instructions.
Yeah.
If you get
Anyway,
if you get a ramp that could fit, maybe if someone could just make a kind of MacGyver ramp, could you get in through the doors in the children's area? Don't those open?
It's only one door and there's
Oh,
only cement to the southeast corner. So
I'll scratch it.
that, I mean, honestly, it'd be much better if nothing came until spring and summer.
Yep.
So we can use the full ramp. Hopefully not taking out any of the railings, because then you gotta make a couple of corners, so we'll see. I don't expect it to be rolling a pallet into that building.
Something in mind, Mike?
You guys are way overthinking shit. Like, just, we'll get it off the truck and get it in.
Everybody wants to know.
It'd be all
I
right.
don't really have an answer.
It'd be all right.
There
It'll
you
be
go.
fine.
That's our guy right there. Chris will be all over that.
What if it's snowing that day?
Well, then we'll throw it in the shop and bring it down there later.
Thanks, Mike.
Yep.
I love it when a plan comes together. Okay, to you, Christina.
Just have a slew of
That's a
resolutions.
slew of stuff to do.
I do have one thing I just wanna fill you guys in on that I received notice from last week before I start on my approval items. Our partners from Beltrami Electric Cooperative came by just before Christmas. Bringing out a great big plate of cookies and a bunch of popcorn and things that I don't wanna eat, and we had a great conversation in regards to the Red G loan through USDA. Bob Gregg alluded to the fact that they have the project approved up to October of 26. And are considering taking other applications to fill that project since USDA approved it. And I said, well, if the board decides to change their minds, can we still move forward? And he emailed Chad, his contact at USDA, and he said, yeah, if the project hasn't changed and the board decided that they would like to move forward, we are absolutely welcome to that money. I thought I'd let you guys know that we're still approved, even though we told them we weren't ready to go forward yet. But there is a timeline on it.
Okay.
So,
Next.
resolution 2601. It's approval.
I'll move to approve resolution 2026-01, resolution of annual appointments and designations for 2026.
I'll second that.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Hearing none. Resolution is passed.
B is resolution 2602.
You guys just wanna go every other? Or?
Yeah, I feel that.
Okay.
I move we approve resolution 2026-02, acknowledging a donation of $125,134.50 from the Blackduck Fire Relief Association.
Second.
And with that, I have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Hearing none. Motion carries.
C is resolution 2026-03.
I'll move to approve resolution 2026-03. Resolution authorizing para contributions for qualifying part-time police officers.
Second that.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none. Motion passes.
D is resolution 2026-04.
Move, we approve 2026-04 resolution to appoint election judges for the 2026 municipal elections.
Second that.
A motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none. Passes.
E is resolution 2026-05.
I'll move to approve resolution 2026-05. The resolution acknowledging donations from the Blackduck Fire Relief Association.
Second that.
Motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? None, the motion carries.
F is resolution 2026-06.
I move, we approve resolution 2026-06, approving excluded bingo application for the Blackduck Area Chamber of Commerce.
Second that one.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I
Opposed? A none, motion carried.
G is the city of Blackduck conflict of interest and codes of ethics policy for elected officials, members of boards and commissions and committees for 2026.
We'll move to approve the city of Black Duck's conflict of interest and code of ethics policy for elected officials and members of boards, commissions, and committees for 2026.
second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Aye. Opposed? Bring on the motion carries.
What dates? We're having a public safety committee meeting on Thursday, January 8th at 1 o'clock with the sheriff's department. January 19th is Martin Luther King's holiday, so we will, City Hall and the DMV will be closed in observance of that holiday. Our scheduled work session is January 26th. At that work session, we should have planned to have the sheriff's department present for that discussion of what we've been doing with Public Safety Commission. And then February 9th is the regular city council meeting. I think that is it for me, unless anybody has any questions for me.
Go. Anybody got anything?
I have something for the council member reports.
Yes.
Section.
Please,
So I
sir.
would like to publicly commend 3 local businesses at 2 different locations for excellent and stellar compliance with the ordinance requiring them to maintain the sidewalks in front of their buildings in a snow and ice-free manner. And on the other side of the street here, we have 2 businesses side by side, Anderson Insurance and Northlander Gift Shop, and you could video that sidewalk and them clearing it and put it on YouTube and TikTok on how to properly.
I didn't think you knew what TikTok was.
I thought that was a clock collector's website.
Ah.
TikTok. I thought it was like for people that collect grandfather's clocks, but they told me it's something different.
Something different.
I've seen Ms. Anderson out there. When they clean, they do, one person does sidewalk in front of both businesses, they share responsibility, but I've actually seen Ms. Anderson out there on a Saturday when her business is not open, coming into town to specifically shovel and apply salt, and Mr. Stomberg does it at different times as well, so that's stellar. And the other business is our neighbor to the east here, Anderson Fabrics. And I'm happy to say that under the new ownership, they've continued cleaning and salting. You can see the little granules. And the new owners continue that. It's a show place for clean, ice-free sidewalks. The other thing I like to compliment the new owner on is she has done something that the big corporation has not been able to do for 30 years, and that is somebody has got out there with the stepladder on the sidewalk and unscrewed every dead petrified CFL bulb out
Put
of
new ones in there. Yeah.
out of the recessed can fixtures in that soffit that hangs over the sidewalk, and put a new LED floodlight bulb, not just a new round LED bulb, but a reflector floodlight. There's 10 of them in there, and that sidewalk, in addition to be clear, is the best illuminated in the town. So as you go out the door, admire the light to your left. If anybody slips on that sidewalk, it's not anybody's fault. So,
Well, good, Ron. Glad you're.
well, I just want to recognize both the Anderson Fabrics new owner, Ms. Larson, as well as Mr. Stomberg and Ms. Anderson for clearing their businesses. in a stellar manner.
And with that? No, he's still sitting, so.
Yeah, nothing.
Motion to adjourn?
One second, that.
All in favor?
All right.
Aye. Thank you.
Yeah. It's awesome to hear what that means. You also the president.